1,000 Years of Loneliness. The beginning of the Springvale Hunter's tragic fantasy journey. Where did misfortune first befall him? What marks the start and finish of the 1,000-year journey of loneliness? Let this first volume of 1,000 Years of Loneliness be your guide through the fantastical fog that is the life of Gotson. Many years later, when Gotson's ankle would become trapped in the same unlucky beast trap he had laid, he must have recalled the afternoon when his father had taken him into the city to take part in Ludiharpastum. Gotson's whole life was, without a doubt, unfortunate, but he could never quite recall when his misfortunes had begun. He spent his childhood in Springvale under the protection of the Spring Fairy. Indeed, all the hunters lived peaceful and carefree lives. When Gotson was 7 summers old, his father took him to Mondstadt to watch the circus at Ludiharpastum. This was the first time Gotson had entered the city in his life. He was held spellbound by the aromas of sweet and roasted meats, the brilliant lights and colored paper, the clowns who trained wild boars, and the magicians and their tricks. In his dazzling childhood memories, Gotson dimly saw his father walking into the reveling crowds, passing through an archway marked with the words "Pile Him Up Contest," and slowly moving further away from him. But his attention was drawn to the shining fairy of the spring. Perhaps he came to understand his later years that the spirit of the festival was no more than an actor paid 20 mora a day, but in his young mind, that sight was always one full of fantastical imagination. Gotson was lulled to sleep by the spring fairy stories, and far abroad did he wander and adventure in his boundless dreams. In an adventurer's dream, he saw a rainbow jam pour forth from the mouth of an ancient relief. Gotson was about to step up and partake in it when his dream was shattered by the sounds of fracas. "Run!" His father panicked. Pudgy face smeared all over with fruit juice and meat sauce dominated his vision. Over his shoulder, Gotson could see a towering stack of roasted meat under a glowing red light, tottering and trembling as it bent his way amid the horrified cries of the crowd. In his flight, Gotson's father knocked a fat lady over and threw his own hip. At once he fell, his full weight collapsing upon his son. Then the leaning tower of roasted meat collapsed into echoing screams. The Knights of Favonius took 3 days to finally clear up the roast meat, vegetables, food items, and other odds and ends that had been scattered all around the square. Not to mention carry off those who had gotten a little too out of their gourds. From then on, they were forced to declare all future Ludiharpastums would have to be held outside the city. Thus did Gotson's house lose 2 hunters and gain 2 sick people in the space of 1 night. What did they get for it? A gold-plated champion's medal. 2 days late to boot.